You know, I always knew you were gonna be something. I was like, she's so weird.
You got a spare in the trunk.
No! Damn, you got a dead body in there or something? Who is your favorite artist?
So we've talked for Hate You Give, for Ptolemy Grave, for Judas. Always been a big fan of you BK, so we got the Brooklyn connection and everything else.
Yes.
And there's so much I want to talk to you about with this project. I mean, the mise en scene, everything that you see with Donald Glover and his filmmaking, it's like it just comes out, so great in this production, which I know is collaborative. It's not just Donald.
Yeah, well, for me, just coming from acting school, the first thing you learn is to never judge a character. And I'm not the type of actor who does that. Like, I've been very psychological and emotional for all of my characters. And though it was hard with Dre, I had to go from the main thing that we all know university, which is love. And she loves Marissa and she loves Nija. And so from there, then you're able to move kind of, move forward with that. So I approached it by one praying, you know, originally because it's scary to take on something that you haven't done before. And I have been playing characters that are easier to love or understand, but I'm an actor and I watched people like Heath Ledger do the Joker and Charlize Theron playing Monster, and I said I want to do that. We don't get the opportunity as a women of color to do things like that, to be a character so far from who you are, that you get to really stretch and show what you can do as an artist. So I was excited for the opportunity, but obviously like it was scary, and I had to just pray and say, if it's not for me, then God take it away easily. Otherwise, I'm going to go full force to creating this character. And so when he didn't, I went full force.
So as that and the acting school, I mean, like this thing genre hops. I mean, you got mockumentary, you have like all these different stuff
Yeah.
going on in there. So like for each episode, is your preparation? I mean, I know you're preparing with your lines. Is your preparation for character different for each episode?
Uh, no, the schedule was quite demanding, so I really didn't, like episode by episode. I'm also decided to like take care of myself. Like, on this weekend, am I gonna go to sleep, or am I gonna write this email about something, or am I gonna try to break down a character? I trusted that I got to like when I was doing Project Power. I remember the script kept changing so much that I got nervous, and I asked Jamie, like, is it ever just easy to act? And he was like, do you watch basketball? I said, yeah, sometimes. He goes, when Steph Curry runs down the court and he shoots a three and it goes in, he doesn't question himself as to why it went in. It's because he's been doing it for so long, and it's the same as you. You've been doing
Yeah.
it so long that you had like it's in my muscles, it's in my muscle memory. I've been acting since I was 15 years old. I'm gonna be 32 tomorrow, right? So, and I come from a theater background where you write out and you discuss those things and you build the character from the inside out. And so that's what I always do, no matter what. It could be a Transformers where we're not used to seeing that because it's action and it's robots. I do it for every character. Every way I advocate, whether it's Deb and Judas and Black Messiah or it's Dre and Swarm, I advocate the very same way and I approach it the very same way, which is heart first.
Yeah, and I felt it all the way throughout. I,
Thank
I mean, divorcing a character after you finish shooting. I mean, you're a lot of things in this movie, but I mean, it's typically a serial killer.
you. Hmm.
If you had to sum it up,
Yeah.
was it harder to was it any other like getting past the character after y'all finished shooting, like the psychological stuff that you had to do to become this character? Was it
Uh,
harder at all?
no, it wasn't, because like I feel so blessed that, I could they can say action and I could hop into it and then cut and I could be like, what we eating? Like, is the lunch yet? I'm not a method actor in that way. But I did take like 6 months off after doing the show, and I went to Costa Rica with my friend and stayed in the jungle for like a week. And then I was supposed to go home to Brooklyn for a week, and I ended up staying for 2 months in the summer, just being with my family because there's nothing like a Brooklyn summer. And
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
and so I did that, and then uh went to Europe for 3 weeks with my friend for her cousin's wedding, and I just like decided to enjoy my life and not kind of be afraid of taking a break. Sometimes as actors, when you feel like you're picking up steam, you're mostly advised not to take breaks. And I think for me, I was like, no, I want to take care of myself. And I know that what's for me will not pass me by, you know.
Okay, so it says this number has been deactivated by Harris Jackson.
He turned the phone off.
Yeah, and it also says that this number will be reassigned in 10 days.
What? But this phone belongs to me.
It says it right here. Apparently, this phone does not belong to you. Is Harris Jackson a relative of yours?
I need this phone to work.
Look, family drama. I get it. I've been there before. But I feel like he's the one that you should be talking to.
Listen. I need you to turn this phone back on. It's just a really important things on it. Really important.
Well, everything is still on there.
I need it to work.
Well, I can't, but I can call Mr. Jackson for you.
Do not call Mr. Jackson.
You know what? This is feeling a little bit sketchy.
I see online a lot of people. I mean, they've seen you in all these projects, but they're just like really discovering and recognizing you. I know when we talked for Judas and the Black Messiah, I said I felt like that was an Oscar, like you needed a supporting actress nomination for that role. So I mean, I've always been a great fan. But how does it feel to get like the wide love from the people that's not, that haven't known all along or haven't known like the name but seen the face? But now people are like, oh, well, I talk about Dominique Fishback. Who is this girl? What's going on? How does that feel now to be recognized for all the work you put in?
I mean, it does mean a lot to me. I know a lot of times we'd like to try to be detached from those type of things, but with this particular role, I wanted it to be clear that I care. I care about the audience. Like I respect the audience and I respect the characters that I play, and I'm gonna give my heart to whatever it is that I do. I don't write the show, I don't edit it. I have no control over those type of things, but I have control over how I show up as a character. And so for people to like love it and to want to see us in like weird things that are not like typical is exciting. It's an exciting day because now we have other artists that's like maybe studios will take more of a chance on things that are like out there, especially for people of color to just try things.
Yeah. You brought up right in, and I gotta bring up Emilia Obama. What co-wrote at least one of my favorite episodes, Girl Bye. I mean, between Girl Bye and Never Happy Endings,
Yeah.
I feel like those were like some of the strongest performances within the series that have real dramatic part. Like, how was it working with her as a writer, as a new person who has like all this pressure from her parents, and now she's being able to do this creative? Like, how was it to see her be able to, work her art and make her name into something?
Yeah, it was one of the exciting things about doing the show was because I was like, oh, like everybody is branching out. Like for me personally, like I've been looking for like freedom just in general in my life. What does freedom look like for me? And I think that transpired to like me as an artist. What does freedom look like to me as an artist? It's taking risk. It's taking risk and taking chances on things that you don't know how it's going to turn out, but you can't be afraid because otherwise you don't see where you can go. And so I felt the same when I looked and saw that Malia was doing it. I was like, dang, this is really cool because we are people. Like you are people with your own interests and your own desires and your own social commentary and the things that you care about. And so to see her branch out and take a chance at something she wants to do, I think is great. It's a great episode. I think she is so cool. It was so dope to like meet her on set a couple of times and kick it with her at the premiere. And I'm sure when we get a chance, we'll be able to talk more in depth about everything and what she wants to do next. It'd be so cool.
I did for my. I'm taking cinema and media arts for my degree at Vanderbilt, and for
Nice.
my midterm, I wrote about the genre hopping in this project. That's how you know, before it released, I was like, you know, I knew my class hadn't seen it, my professor hadn't seen it. I was like, but this television, I mean, this is me. The scene is this genre hopping is so much art, and I'm glad you said that that this would help studios see that we could do these type of projects.
Yes.
My last question: the biggest transformation physically for you in this thing, at least in my opinion, was the no happy end. This is the episode 7.
Yeah.
How was that? How did you get into that look? How did you create that look for that episode and pull that off? 'Cause, I mean, it was like it's like wow, she transformed. Like, how did she do that? I would never imagine looking at you like right now that you could
Yay!
be that. Look, you know, so that was just like amazing. Like, how did you do that?
Thank you so much. Well, Dee Dee Metzger is the hair person, and she did my hair on last days of Tommy Gray, and I brought her to do Swarm with me. So she killed all of the looks. And when we knew that episode 7 was gonna be what it was, and she had the idea for that hair, so that was really cool. And it just made me it reminded me of what I wanted to do when I watched Hilary Swank do Boys Don't Cry. So I was just excited for that opportunity. I have a one-woman show called Subverted where I play like 20 different characters. So I'm not a stranger to like, the little, vibe, the, licking the lips and the like, whatever. Obviously on stage is definitely more representation because it is theater and you're trying to get the whole audience from rows and rows back to see what you're doing. With this, it was more internal and it was, it was just fun. It was fun. It was nice. I enjoy acting and I enjoy bringing characters to life. And so to be able to get to do that wasn't scary for me. It was just exciting because I know I always knew I had these different things inside of me. And a lot of times on TV and film, you don't get the opportunity as an actor. Like you got to do like 5 different versions of drag all in one series. And that was really the reason why I wanted to do it. When I first read it, it was like, wow, I get the opportunity to stretch and do all of this in one series and one season. And the episodes aren't even that long. They're like 30 minutes, 35 minutes. So it was really those things that made me say, I want to try this thing.
Look, I'm a huge fan. I've been a huge fan. I think, I mean, your performance didn't surprise me in this, but I knew that the world was going to see this and bite on like, wow. And I'm so excited for that. That everybody could feel like how I felt about you just for the hate you give and Judas when I seen those and be as excited for what you got next and for your projects that you already have as I am. And I can't wait to see everything you do. Keep on doing it. You are impressive and you make Brooklyn proud. You make the world proud.
Thank you.
You make us proud. So I thank you for that performance.
That means a lot to me. Thank you for saying that. And I'm sure I'm going to see you soon and good luck with school. I can't wait to see what you do. Yes.
Thank you.
Okay,
thank
bye-bye.
you, everybody. Bye.